my god. It's Wednesday of my second week of quarantine and I'm fucking bored, man. I'm so fucking bored.
3 hours later. A few moments later.
Elle n'a que 16 ans, elle veut déjà se marier. Elle est métissée, sa mère est française et son père entier. De son jeune âge, elle collectionne les hommes par milliers. Mais elle sait pas qu'on la connaît dans tout le quartier. Ah, ah, bazardeux. Ah, elle est bazardeux. Ah, ah.
Good morning, it's Monday. I slept like shit, but it's time to have breakfast and dream legs.
Just another night of shit sleep. So here we are, coffee and food. Not working out straight away today. I'm gonna do some work first, and then I'll hopefully film some more content. Tuesday breakfast going down. Quarantine diaries. I'm fucking bored, which is one. But no, I just thought I'd jump on camera because I am bored. I've been at my computer since about 7:30 this morning and it is now 12:30. Just been doing a bunch of random stuff. I've been doing a lot of work and reading in psychology, which has been a fucking long time coming. And it's definitely been really, really nice. Just shows that, I can't wait to be fully self-employed so I can spend more time doing psychology, doing more coaching and just prioritizing things that really matter to me. So that's really, really exciting. But anyway, a lot of the reading that I've been doing and a lot of the research that I'm starting to map out is really in the crossroads between coach-client relationships in the fitness industry. So there's a lot of reading and research that has been done by looking at the relationship between coaches and athletes in a more formal sports setting. But nothing has really been done in the area of fitness and the fitness industry. I think it's just really interesting and really important too, because in the way that perhaps when you work for a sports organization, whether you're a coach or an athlete and you sign that contract, you understand that sporting organization has a certain level of values, boundaries, rules and regulations that they need to abide by. Whether they do or not is clearly quite questionable given the outcries of abuse and mistreatment that have been coming out over the last few years. But obviously that doesn't happen in the fitness industry. There is no kind of quality assurance. There's no way of testing other than perhaps word of mouth or trial and error, whether a coach is good or not. And I think it's just really important to explore what makes a good coach according to the client especially. And how does that differ then from how we perhaps measure it and understand it? And should there really be like some sort of regulation where we can look at that? It was interesting. I was just speaking, via text on Instagram to Chloe Bickford, so shout out to Chloe, about an online coach, and then he's also a one-to-one coach who put up photos of one of her current clients who used to be his client before, and he had put up her transformation photo, but he'd edited it, which is just absolutely shocking, and again just speaks to the lack of regulation, the lack of boundaries and the lack of accountability that exists in our industry, unfortunately. So it's definitely something that that I'd really like to explore in my role as a sport and exercise psychologist as I kind of venture down that route and start doing a bit more research and a bit more detailed research into that. But if you're a coach or if you're a client, I'd be really interested to know what you think. What do you think makes a good coach from both your coaching standpoint and a client standpoint? And how important do you think that the relationship between the coach and the client is to achieve results? Can results be achieved without that relationship being as strong? Let me know your thoughts. I'd be really interested to hear that. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to this week's vlog. It is week 17 of this push phase, which, like I seem to be saying every single week, I'm like, how is this going by so quickly? But it's been a good week overall. Like you would have seen in my check-in, that went well, but because my weight had pretty much just kind of stalled, calories got put up on Sunday even, And yeah, to be honest, it's been really strange because even though my calories are the highest they've ever been before, like this week I was hungry as fuck, man. I've been so hungry, and I don't know why, because it's not like I've been going to work or anything, because I've been fucking quarantined and I've got 2 more days left of that. But anyway, so that was really strange. And yeah, my body weight wasn't really shifting until I had my off-plan meal on Friday. I had an amazing Papa John's pizza, and after that it seems to have kind of like responded a bit better. So that's kind of been the outcome of that, and it's exciting in a way because I'm obviously re-entering the gym on Tuesday for me in Scotland, unfortunately, because like I said, I will still be in quarantine tomorrow. It's Sunday today. Yeah, it's exciting because I'll be re-entering the gym at like about 1 kilo off my highest off-season weight from last year. So that's pretty cool. I'm excited to kind of see what I've built and just see how that translates to gym setting. I'm fucking desperate for my quarantine to be over, and I'm desperate for this gym lockdown closure to be over, because it's just been, oh my goodness, it's been so long. It genuinely does feel like we're coming out the end of the longest dark tunnel, and it's just been grueling. And honestly, like this week I've really struggled with motivation to train. It was I just could not bring myself to it, and I think it's because obviously before, because I was having to go to work and having to be at work for like 8 o'clock, I had to get up at the crack of dawn. Like I couldn't fanny about, I couldn't just like postpone it, leave it till later and all this stuff. But obviously this last 2 weeks, and this week especially, it was just becoming harder and harder. I was like leaving it to the end of the day and just really struggled to motivate myself and to push myself and not just get angry. And I think it's just also like this week I've just been feeling really anxious. I don't exactly know why. I assume obviously like second week of quarantine, I'm starting to lose the plot a little bit, and just a lot of kind of life changes coming up soon, which are exciting but equally terrifying. Like, you know, buying a house, potentially looking to go fully self-employed. I'm going to be going fully self-employed before the end of the year, so that's pretty scary, incredibly exciting but pretty scary too. But I'm just kind of at the point where I realize what my passion is, and I was saying this on my stories on Instagram this week, is that this week, because I've had to take a lot of my annual leave to cover this quarantine period, I've finally had a chance to sit down and do some psychology reading and studying, which I've not been able to do since this pandemic started, or even before. And like obviously psychology is my passion, psychology is what I do. Like my goal was initially to become a psychologist and have like coaching and like my PT qualification as a supporting kind of backup for what I did as an exercise psychologist. But now that I've been versed in the world of coaching far more, I've realized that actually I want to do coaching with psychology, and then obviously like offer separate psychology services. But anyway, without the time to do that, or like, you know, with a fucking 9 to 5 Monday to Friday, I just can't do it. So my head's just been kind of there a bit this week, alongside, you know, the frustrations of being locked in my house, not being able to go to the shops. I did obviously like an online food job which Jack picked up for me, and how weird is it, right? Like I was having this thought the other day. I think people have like such specific ways to food shop, because for example, when I buy something like bananas, I never buy the fucking huge ones because that's just annoying. That's just too much banana. But these people packed like the fucking biggest bananas in the shop, and I was just like, the fuck am I supposed to do with this? So that's been a bit frustrating. I really miss like going to the supermarket and buying my own fucking food, which is really weird. Did not expect to be feeling that way. It's just one of those things that you don't realize until it's that obvious. But anyway, that aside, overall it's been just a weird week, like productive in terms of business, productive in terms of psychology, but overall just been feeling really anxious, quite flat, and just like itching for kind of the next level of normality to come back. when I go back to work on Wednesday, I will be going back to like my normal job, which I've not done since March, which is crazy. Like, I've just spent the last fucking 5.5 months doing a job that wasn't mine. So I am looking forward to that. I think that's going to be at least mentally a bit easier, even though what we're going back to is nothing compared to what it used to be. So I think that transition might also be a little bit harder, but we'll just see and take it as it comes, I suppose. But yeah, other than that, it's been a positive week all around. I did really try and like film some more content across the week, like you saw. Failed massively at that attempt. So yeah, I find that ultimately these kind of wee summaries are far more easier to do, but also obviously without the gyms, it's just like nobody wants to see another home workout. Like, it's just boring. So hopefully now that gyms will be reopening, I will be able to start filming a bit more quality content in terms of like what I do in a day, how I train, and that type of stuff. So do make sure to let me know what you would like to see, if you do keep up with these vlogs and take the time of a week to watch them, which is greatly appreciated too. But yeah, other than that, my clients have been doing amazing. It's so exciting. A lot of them are kind of like wrapping up a dieting phase. Every single one of them, I mean, I do work with more Scottish clients than I do with like English, all clients based in England versus those based in Scotland. And everyone's so fucking excited to get back into the gym. It's actually been so nice to program gym workouts again and not have to think of like limited equipment and this and that. And I've also got clients from the 12-week Elite Physique program that we released in March, who is starting with me tomorrow officially, thank goodness, finally. So that's really exciting too. I'm really excited to to help them transform themselves over the next 12 weeks, and past that, hopefully, just should they choose to continue to work with me. But just in line with that, as a reminder to everybody, that if you do not have a plan in place, how are you going to make sure that you make the most of the next 4 months of the year? Like, if you have physique goals, don't waste your time trying to go at it alone. There's a reason why there's professionals in the field. So make sure that you hire yourself a coach, and make sure you get in touch with myself to start working with me today. I don't just work with females. I don't just work with competitors. I don't just work with photo shoot clients. I work with anyone who wants to achieve an elite body transformation. So if that is you, make sure you get in touch today. You can drop me a message with the word change, or comment on this vlog's post, whether that be on YouTube or on Instagram, or just message me, anything really, just inquiring about coaching. Because like I said, because I do work 9 to 5 Monday to Friday at the moment, my coaching spaces are more limited and they will be running out soon. So make sure you do get in touch if you're looking for a coach that's going to help you get strong as fuck with perfect technique and completely transform the way you feel about yourself and the way that you look. So I'm going to wrap this vlog up here, just because I know that I've got other clips from across the week. Like I said, if there's anything you'd like to see in these vlogs, make sure to let me know, and I'll try and do my best to like incorporate them. But next week you can expect some more actual training content. Oh my god, I'm so excited. But yeah, I'll catch up with everybody next week. Have a lovely one, guys. Thank you so much.